All right, so it is early morning here in the JV house. I want to get this out to you, this idea out to you, so that you can be thinking about it all day. This is something that came to me over the weekend because my head is filled with ideas about habits and goals and dreams. I'm so passionate about it, and I'm so passionate about helping you really dig into what are your big dreams for your life? What are your goals that will help you make those dreams come true? And then what are your daily habits? And you know me, I'm constantly doing personal development. I'm listening to something, I'm reading something, I'm in conversation around personal growth all the time, talking about goals and dreams all the time. You know, my team and I, my Project 100 team, we're just always talking about goals and dreams and habits and all the things. And it kind of struck me, I don't even know if I was reading something, listening to a podcast or what, but this idea of ego around habits. So I think the ego has positive and negative implications, effects on our habits. Let's talk about the positive first. And I think about this in terms of becoming a group exercise instructor or really doing anything in life. There is a bit of us, a bit of our ego that tells us we can do something. So when I decided I want to be a group exercise instructor, there had to be something in my brain that said, yes, Julie, you can stand up in front of a group of people, put on a microphone, wear black spandex pants, and lead them in an hour of fitness. There's something in the ego that says, yes, you can do that. That is positive. That is positive because quite frankly, there's really nothing in this life that our brains should tell us that we cannot do, right? So that is a positive. And because that was a positive, to use my friend John Acuff's word, soundtrack that was playing in my head, I aligned my habits with the goal of teaching group exercise. And then that became a bigger dream to become a master trainer, to build a business, etc. So the ego kind of dictated the soundtrack in a positive way that then affected my habits. That was a good thing. It's a good thing to have a healthy ego that says, you know what, girl, you can do that. That's a good thing. On the other side of it, sometimes our ego or our limiting beliefs, if you want to call it that, our mindset, whatever, will tell us that we cannot do something, or it'll sort of feed this weird conversation that we're having in our head, like, who do you think you are? Or if you try something and you're not perfect right out of the gate because you've never done it, your ego or your limiting beliefs will say, well, see, you knew you couldn't do that. So there is a negative side to it, because then that will affect our habits. We'll stop getting up in the morning. We'll stop doing personal growth. Stop doing, the habits that we know would actually feed in the positive direction. So, all right, cool. We've got this ego. We've got these beliefs. We've got this mindset. What do we do about it? In my experience, what I've learned, I hear alarms going off upstairs. In my experience, what I've learned over 20 years in fitness, 20 years coaching people, 20 years mentoring people, what I've learned is action. Work gets results. Action is greater than ego and limiting beliefs. Action. So it's really like you have to press pause on the conversation sometimes that's happening in your head and just take action. You have to move your feet. You got to get out of bed. You got to do the thing. You've got to make the energize and do the thing. You have to remove the drama and the emotion, and you have to take the action, because when you do that, you're actually gathering data, which will help you strengthen the positive side of the ego or the mindset or the belief, whatever you want to call it. Ego was the word that came to my mind over the weekend. What I've learned over 20 years of experience, and actually more years than that, just as a human being on this planet, as a female on this planet, even when I was teaching high school English, even as a parent, we have ego, we have soundtracks, to use my friend John's term again. We have limiting beliefs, we have conversations in our head that can affect us as a parent, in a relationship, whatever. The habit that will help us lean on the positive, that will help us continue moving forward, that will help us align our habits with our goals, with our dreams, is action. We gotta move our feet. We gotta be doing the thing. And if we do that, we will then start to fortify that positive side. We'll start to build up that confidence. We'll have that reservoir of, oh yeah, I can do that because I am doing it. I've got some evidence. So you're actually building, your bank account, if you will, of experiences and memories and thoughts and beliefs around, oh, right, I can. So I had to put on the black spandex pants and the microphone and teach that first class, even if it was bad, to start to build my confidence and my bank account to tell me that, my bank thought account, to tell me that I could do it. So as you're working through your dreams and your goals today, and you're working on your habits to align with your goals and your dreams, if you find yourself like, I don't know if I can do that, and you find some limiting beliefs and some places where the conversation is holding you back, remember this: action. Action will always be the habit that will move you forward. Whatever the action is, it can be super small. We're not talking about overhauling your life. You have to take action. Cool? That's how you're going to amplify your April. You're going to focus on action, and you're going to focus on aligning your action with your habits, with your goals, and your dreams. Let's make it a great month.